Welcome to Learning Algebra with Ms. Rodriguez. By the end of this video, you will understand graphing in standard form. So here we have standard form. Standard form is another way of representing a linear equation where we have our x and y variables still in place, but now our letters A, B, and C are placeholders for integers, where A and B are both not equal to 0. So the reason why this form is different than slope-intercept form is in this form, I don't have the slope, but I can easily identify the x and y intercepts. So we can use the x and y intercepts to graph a line. So what is an x and y intercept? So similar to slope-intercept form, a y-intercept is any point crossing the y-axis. So here the point 3, or more specifically 0, 3, that is a y-intercept because the x value is 0, so it's a point on the y-axis. A x-intercept is the same thing, except it's crossing on the x-axis. So here it is at 4. So specifically, it is the point 4, 0. So here we have the opposite. The y value is 0 because that's what ensures it's a point on the x-axis. So when we are given an equation in standard form, we can do these two quick steps to identify the x and y intercept and then use those points to plot our points and create our graph. So to find the x-intercepts, this means that our y value is equal to 0. And this is just by definition. So our y value is going to equal 0 because every x-intercept is always some number for x, comma 0. That's what makes it an x-intercept. So I'm going to take my equation, 3x minus 2, but why? I'm going to make that 0 because that is the definition of an x-intercept, equals 12. When we simplify this, 2 times 0 turns into 0, so I'm just left with the function 3x equals 12. So I just need to solve this one-step equation. So I end up with x equals 4. So that means that my x-intercept is the point 4, 0, which I can go ahead and plot 4, 0. So I want to do the same thing to find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept means that the x value is equal to 0 because, again, every y-intercept has an x ordered pair of 0, something for y. So I'm going to do the same steps. I'm going to use my original equation again, so 3, but now my x is actually going to be 0. Minus 2, we want to keep the y because that's what I'm solving for. So notice I'm doing the same thing. I'm just changing the letter that I replaced with 0. And I'm going to solve this two-step equation. So here I am left with a negative 2y equals 12. When I solve this equation, I end up with y is equal to negative 6. So here my ordered pair is going to be the point 0, negative 6, which is another point on the y-axis. Once I have these 2 points, I can go ahead and connect the dots with a nice straight line with my arrows to represent it goes on forever. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow educators or students.